back.
We're back. Another podcast. Another week.
Episode 7, I believe. Total of what we've
total. Well, 2 of 26.
Total of what we've done.
Yeah.
Just want to start out by saying thank you guys for, I guess, showing the love and support on the last podcast video.
Lots of comments.
For the people that are listening on Spotify, I know that was technically our 6th podcast. You can find our other videos out on YouTube. We also post this on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify. We'd like to thank Bill from Antlers Archery.
Yep.
And then Justin and Aaron from Team SmackDown.
Great
people. I guess who else can we thank? Thank everyone for pretty much supporting us.
Yep.
Believing that we could actually do it. Make it happen. That's what we're trying to do. So hopefully one day make this a full-time thing for you guys. Bring out more content. Definitely grow Blazin Pursuits. I mean, I don't know. You got anything else to add on, or?
Not really. I'm just excited about our subject that we're going to be talking on today and see what we get into.
Okay, so I think we basically, and people want to see us do weekly, so we're definitely going to bring out weekly. We might change the podcast room. I know. Posted the thing on my Snapchat story about changing that.
Just a little bit of a change.
I don't know if you guys want to see a table and chairs in here. Some people said they like this setup, which I vibe with the setup. I like it. But anywho, I guess we can just jump straight into the main topic of the video. We already shouted out people that support us and everything. So friends, family, sponsors, everyone else. But I guess the subject we decided to do today was how to find signs of finding mature whitetail, mature deer, mature bucks, I should say. I guess I don't even know where there is to begin, dude.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. There's a lot of different signs on what to even go off.
Yeah,
of, so.
I know. I guess could do early season, mid season, late season sign too.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it like that. I guess it'd probably be easier. I guess early season sign. Just like finding your mature whitetails, definitely put in the time scouting. I mean, if you guys got fields, definitely look into that. You know, where the oaks are dropping, everything else. Food plots, scrapes, rubs, travel corridors, trails, tracks. It's so hard to get into because there's so much to touch base on. I don't even know where to begin, honestly. I mean,
well, early season, it's like the way I find quote unquote mature whitetails would be, you know, we do all this early season work, making food plots, setting up cameras, cell cameras, and, you know, you kind of take an inventory at, you know, the beginning of season, or towards the start of season, you know, when you're going through May, June, July, August, and then into the start of season in September. So I would say a lot of mature deer, they're going to be bachelored up till mid to late October where I hunt. Down here, obviously it's a little different throughout Wisconsin, but north central Wisconsin, it's basically they're in their bachelor groups until probably October 18th through the 25th. And they start branching out after that. And you start seeing, if you have does, you start seeing more bucks come through. And some of the ways that I found to help find mature whitetails for me, whether it's on public land or our private farms, is kind of just going in there when it's not season and just absolutely going through your whole land. You know, walk through it all, come shed season, see where they're traveling then. When you go to do food plots and stuff, obviously you can see trails and stuff. And obviously in some counties, not Marathon County, you can't bait. But once it comes season, in some counties you can bait. You know, if you put bait out, that's another way that a lot of people find mature whitetails, is having them come in nocturnally on bait. But yeah, just that's a few things that I've learned in the past few years, getting into bow hunting more, and obviously filming stuff, is just going out there and learning your property. And obviously every year, like we said in the last podcast, you learn more and more each and every year about mistakes, what you did right, what you did wrong, and obviously how to pattern your whitetails, especially if you have history with one and it makes it through the season. So those are a few steps that I take into consideration when I'm trying to go after a deer.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good topic, honestly, to touch base on, because I guess a lot of people, they struggle to find the mature whitetails. Some of the properties don't have mature whitetails. I mean, we try to grow our property to have good mature whitetail, but some of the signs that I'm looking for is definitely for the early season, like you said, the bucks are still bachelored up. You can find many of them in fields when you're out scouting, which is like, I don't know, usually every night. Try to be like usually every night in the summer that we're out scouting, trying to find deer, and then basically just pretty much find where they come in and out of too. Like the buck that I ended up shooting this year, the weekend before, I actually sat on right behind our hunting shack too, like literally right on the corner. Watched all these deer pretty much funnel in where they came out of the pines, came out of our swamps, CRP field. And then I watched the buck that I shot happen to come out literally right where he came out where I actually shot him the next week. And so, I mean, I always take that into consideration, is always trying to find where the deer come from scouting them, and definitely try to hunt aggressively. Like even in Marathon County, I think bucks are bachelored up until I guess I don't know, it depends. Usually, I don't know, mid early October to maybe that first weekend. I guess it all depends on, the deer, the temperature and the deer and what it's looking like. But I've noticed a lot of oaks are dropping this year. Like I think this was like a record high. Wisconsin, one of the record high for acorns dropping. That's what I've seen on the news. But yeah, definitely an early season sign is definitely travel corridors, finding the trails, scouting. Cell cameras definitely help. Food plots, putting in food plots, I've noticed that helped for me. And basically, like I said, summer scouting, you watch those fields, basically where they come from, what they do, how they act. And then definitely, I guess, yeah, scouting is one of my main things. Is what I do for early season. And then come actually hunting season, then I guess walking the property too. Walking the property is another big thing. Because if you can't just go into the property thinking, oh yeah, you're going to go kill this deer right here automatically. I mean, cell cams and walking the property, finding those travel corridors, seeing where these travel corridors go. Like I said, always putting cell cams out, trying to pattern those deer, and always help too. And then, yeah, I guess that's my early season sign. If I forgot anything, you guys can always, or if we don't say anything, you guys can always throw it in the comments too.
The other thing I'm going to say is a lot of people with their cell cams and stuff, they'll set it in one spot and they won't move it the whole season. Now, obviously we listen to podcasts and stuff. We're always trying to better ourselves as sportsmen of the outdoors. And one of the things I heard is what Jeff Sturgis said, and that was to always be moving your cameras. Obviously, deer know where your cameras are. I've seen it in Missouri. I've seen it in Wisconsin. So the thing I would say is what we do is we try and move our cameras. Like, obviously you have your summertime, your summer range deer, and then they start breaking up. Now, as we'll move in from our early season talk to our start of season into the middle of season, we move our cameras. Obviously, once season starts, like Bowden said, acorns drop. We moved 3 of our cameras this year onto this huge ridge where a bunch of acorns were, and we started not getting deer on food plots, and we were like, what the heck's going on? Moved them up to the acorns. Deer were there nocturnally and in the daytime. Now, most of them weren't mature whitetails. There was one that I would call a 3.5-year-old 10-point. So whether that's mature or not to you guys, up to you guys. But on our property right now, we don't have anything like 5.5 or anything like that. But going into season, obviously, moving your cameras, like Bowden said, They're still in their summer ranges till middle October. So being able to hunt them on their summer ranges is really an advantage to you before they start breaking off and becoming nocturnal and just going and checking those doe groups during the day. Obviously, some of you might get lucky, or you might just have the skill of being able to go and find a spot like a pinch point where you know they're going to be traveling from doe group to doe group in the morning, checking them. And I think the other thing to comment on is, I would say most people, like, you obviously want to get out in the woods early and leave late, but I would say a majority of bucks shot with a bow are shot generally from 8 to probably 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. I should say, and then probably from, depending on what your time is, but about 2 to 3 hours before last light is when you'll probably shoot the majority of your big bucks. Is right after first hour or two of light, and then right before the last hour or two of light is when a lot of people shoot their big bucks. But another strategy I use is, obviously we're both saddle hunters. We have set stand locations, but with set stand locations, deer are going to figure those out, especially if you blow them out of the area off that stand. I think that's why saddle hunting is another great tool to be able to use, finding mature whitetails, whether it's observation sit from afar, learning, like Bone said, where they come out in and out, or actually going in and going for what I like to call a kill sit. And, you know, if you got him on camera with moving your cameras around and he's consistent, you know, you're going there to kill him. You're not going there to watch him. So obviously bait can also play a big factor in finding deer. But I would say for the majority of it, the same kind of principles apply going throughout the whole season. And definitely end of mid-season going into late season, it would be majority of it would be finding deer on bait if you have a baitable county. So
yeah, and the one thing I also forgot to mention is, for the early season, is definitely water source. And deer are definitely always hitting the water source. I've literally, me and my girlfriend have seen it all this year. Seemed like every time we went by the pond, there's always a buck. There was not one time we didn't see a doe there. There's always a buck, whether it was little or starting to be mature. I guess even the buck I shot was kind of pretty much off water. I mean, came through the swamp, went to the water source, then he was coming into the food. I mean, always take the food into consideration too. Like oaks are freaking great during the early season. If you guys don't have like food plots, or I guess even fields too, like oaks are always something. Fields, if you guys got fields like alfalfa, clover, corn can be pretty good too.
For sure.
I mean, and then guess what else? Shrubs, whatever else deer eat. Like,
well, the one thing I will add to Bowden is, especially if you get your property logged, deer will be all over the spot, whether they select cut or clear cut. They will be all over that stuff. They love popple tops and browsing on that stuff. So especially if you do get your property logged, hunt it, because there's a lot of food on the ground that you probably don't even know about. And it's very huntable. But I would say, like we said earlier, some of our largest points are definitely food, and also where they're traveling, like Bone said, travel corridors. Because if you're not there, you're never going to see them.
And the water for the early season, and I guess the rut portion too. But like I said, we're still talking about early season, so yeah, I mean, always take water into consideration. Fields, food, oaks, clear cuts too.
Mm-hmm.
Clear cuts help out, big part. I mean, even like grassy patches too. Like, still eat the grassy patches. If you guys got apple trees, take those into consideration. Crab apple trees too, I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to plant a crab apple tree on mine, and I guess like just starting into the season, because I know like Wisconsin here, we don't have a velvet hunt like
other states.
Yeah, like or some states have like the early season. early season stages, but here in Wisconsin, I think the best first sign to actually find right before the hunting season starts in September is looking for, I guess this is watching and listening to other podcasts. It's all controversial because some people say they'd rather hunt rubs or they would rather hunt scrapes. Some people say scrapes don't work. Some people say rubs don't work. So I guess
Pick your poison.
yeah, pick your poison. I mean, I think early season rubs are freaking awesome, freaking great sign to like finding mature deer. Like where I hunted and shot my buck, there was freaking rubs everywhere down those little trees, and that's like even behind the like our hunting shack too, right in the backyard. There's freaking rubs back there too. Like I guess that'd be one of my things too for the just like early starting seasons, like opening weekend, and I don't know, to maybe October 1st. It's finding those rubs. Try to hunt those rubs maybe. Like I've seen deer, like I've hunted on rubs before and deer have like still traveled through there right where those rubs were. But then some people say, oh yeah, you can sit on the rubs and then there won't be deer. But I guess like you said before, pick your poison. I think rubs definitely play the factor. I think it helps out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, still that food resource, the water source. I mean, I don't know if you got to add on anything for the starting early
I mean, not really.
hunting season.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we covered it pretty good. I mean, I kind of dipped more into middle of season, like start of season to middle of season. But going into like your rut time and even your second rut time, I would say then me personally, I definitely prioritize bedding and travel quarters then, because I did mess up a year back. I had my target buck. I literally hung the stand the night before as a hang on. Got up there and the next morning, and I had my target buck in there at 7 a.m. at 30 yards through a bunch of brush. I didn't cut anything out. But yeah, I mean, he was cruising from where public land was, where a bedding spot was that I knew, to another bedding spot, which was next to one of our food plots. So I would say what I focus on would definitely be travel corridors and bedding, because once you start getting hot does in those bedding areas, they'll be going back and forth. And definitely the other thing I'd like to hint on is a lot of people like shooting does and stuff. It's actually probably pretty good to keep a bunch of does around, because what's going to draw your bucks in is does. Obviously, mature bucks are going to be social distancing themselves from all these doe groups, but if you have multiple doe groups that stay in a select area, you'll have more mature bucks in that area because they'll claim each and every group. So you have more buck activity in the long run. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know.
I guess, yeah, kind of like adding on to the bedding area. Bedding area always plays a big part throughout the whole season, I think, also. I mean, early season, the bucks are going to be in beds, you know, decent amount. And then starting the November, I mean, the bucks aren't really in their beds. But if you can still, you know, they still slip up and still go to their beds, though. That's the thing, you know what I mean? Like I remember the one buck that I shot, this one right here. I shot this one 12 o'clock, I believe, 12 o'clock. And he was bedded down and he got up from his bed. And I had this one chasing does all day, the day before, all night. And he slipped up, went in his bed, and then sure enough, freaking got up from his bed and freaking shot him right in the swamp, which was cool. I mean, always take beds into consideration too. Bedding areas always help out. Deer are always in their beds. I don't know. What do you think? Like 70% of their time, depending the time of the year,
something like that. Yeah.
And then yeah, does. I mean, a lot of people say shoot. I mean, from what all the other podcasts I've listened to and everyone else discuss, like Chris B and Seek One, they always say shoot your does later in the year. They say never shoot them early because from fawns and mostly from them bucks. You want to keep the does around for the rut, so those bucks are chasing the does during the rut.
Right.
It's from what I listened to on some of their podcasts. But even freaking having a bunch of does always helps out too. Like scrapes, I definitely would hunt scrapes during the rut time. Like a lot of people say, like I said, that talks is a little controversial too, scrapes, but I think hunting a scrape can be freaking amazing. Honestly,
I've definitely had luck hunting both, but that goes to show not everyone's right and not everyone's wrong.
Right.
You know, whatever works on your property is what works. So don't.
And deer are always every deer is different.
Right. So don't go off of a biased opinion. Like we said in our last video, don't go off of, obviously these people are very well known. They know their stuff, but you have to go off of what you see happening on your property. You can't be going off of what people say, because in the long run, you could be driving your deer away instead of pulling them in.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing that goes to show for rut is a big thing that I heard was not blind calling, like grunting. Don't blind grunt unless you actually see the animal. That's from Jury Outdoors. The other thing, rattling, good to do, but don't do it a lot. That's another thing. If you can see the deer, rattle. If not, maybe rattle once or twice a day, because in the long run, they might sniff you out, and then your spot's done. It's cooked, and you can't really hunt there anymore. So
yeah, that one's also controversial too. Like I've heard other people say different as well. Like hunting public, I think they do a lot of, rattling and blind calling, and they it's cool to watch some of their videos because they actually attract the bucks in. I guess it's all opinions too. Like Jury Outdoors, they say their part. Sequence says their part. Crispy definitely says his part. Hunting public. I mean, I guess it all, rattling. I didn't rattle much this year, but I definitely, in my opinion, rattling, I'd rather rattle on the ground than up in the tree.
Yeah.
I like it sounding more, realistic, snapping branches.
Natural.
Yeah. Freaking smacking your rattles on the ground, making it sound realistic. And then grunting too. I mean, I've grunted plenty of bucks in my life, and from little ones, the big ones, and then the big ones not coming all the way in. Like they'll come into the call, but then won't come in close enough for the bull range. Snort wheeze is a good one too. I mean, I guess hunting those scrapes help too. I guess water sources too during the rut. I mean, them freaking bucks, they get freaking beat up during the rut, man. Running 24/7, fighting. I mean, if you can still find their, I guess, how do I put it? I guess the most important part about the rut, in my personal opinion, because I always see things different every year. Travel corridor is one of the main parts, I think, too. But I think some of these deer always don't hit those main trails or travel corridors. I think they all just branch out differently. I mean, all deer branch out differently, but the buck's gonna run wherever the doe is gonna run.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The other thing to think about is after that second rut hits and stuff, those bucks are recuperating, trying to build up their storages for winter. You will find them on bait piles if you're in a baitable county, or at those water sources, drinking up.
Or trying to find those greens too.
Right, finding greens, grains, whatever they can get to help them get fueled back up to be able to survive the winter. And that also kind of leads into another topic of how to find them, which would be sheds. Obviously, sheds, they're in their winter range. It's not nearly the same as summer or their rut range or whatever you want to call it. But if you can find where their winter range is, it helps pattern them in the long run with being able to pattern where they are in the winter, the summer, and going into rut. so you can really throw a good game plan together for being able to kill that mature deer. So
yeah, and I guess, you know, the late season thing too. Usually here in Wisconsin, gun season's either still kind of the rut or the kind of like the second rut, they say. You know, I've noticed that a lot of the deer group back together. A lot of the bucks kind of get together in their grooves. The young bucks are chasing hardcore early, and then they go a little later in the season, I've noticed. And this is all on my property too. I guess even, you know, the suburban spot too, which was pretty freaking cool. Yeah, like I said, definitely trying to find those travel corridors for the rut, but always watch for the second rut because they're definitely going to all group up. Like the bucks are going to start getting in their bachelor groups for sure. Deer are going to start winding down, and then they're just at that point they're just finding water source and greens,
and
food.
It does turn
oaks.
into quite the hard ordeal to try and kill them after the rut because then they've gone through gun season. They've had all these people walking through the woods. They become very aware of their surroundings. So it's really easy to blow them out. And so it becomes a really hard task to be able to kill a mature deer after gun season going into that November, December time, definitely the December time. And then obviously going into the last bit of season in January. But doe-wise, you can definitely kill a mature doe. Which
And
is,
not saying you can't kill a mature buck either.
right, not saying you can't, but it just
in my
turns into
opinion,
quite a task.
Yeah.
To be able to
Like
find
I've
them
hunted,
and be able to kill them. So
yeah, like I've hunted late season, and it's just I've never had luck. Honestly, I've seen a lot of does. I think the bucks are just, you know, like all the deer, even after rifle season, after those everyone freaking going ham that whole week. The woods are just pressured.
yeah,
They're honestly just pressured. Scents freaking in there. I mean, they're locked down. They're freaking bedded down. Usually, I've noticed a lot of them are nocturnal. And then, you know, like, I've gotten a bunch daylighting too, but, you know, that's after. Because usually after gun season, I'm done. I usually wrap it up on our property. No one goes back in there.
yeah.
You know, I guess, yeah, if you wanted to kill a deer late season, definitely let the property sit for a little bit. Find those greens. Because even if you guys get snow, the deer are still digging around in there. I mean, they know where the food sources are. Like, they're still, I don't even know how to even say. They're still looking for food. Like, they'll still be able to find their food. I mean, you know, some people put hay out, like alfalfa bales, too. I mean,
to help them get through winter.
Yeah. I mean, like in Marathon County, you can't bait, so.
Can't do it.
So, usually, fields, water source. I mean, usually the water's iced over. We usually cut out a little patch in our pond where the deer can still go and drink. You know, chopped corn's a good one too, or even corn that's still standing. That's a good one too. I mean, you know, every deer is different. I've noticed it's a gamble, dude.
They all have their own personality, I like to call it.
And like the travel corridor thing too. Like, I guess going back to like the early season, like there's been so many times I've messed up so bad, dude. I was literally sitting in the stand too when I shot my buck, and I had my target buck on my camera where I was originally gonna sit, and it's like, dang, you know, I hit my head on the tree, and then the buck I shot comes out, and I'm like, oh my god, like we still got a chance. Which, luckily, I didn't shoot the one target buck because it was weird because it seemed like, I don't know if it was like earlier these deer were fighting this year, it seemed like, or unless if he had a weak rack, but he was an awesome freaking 10-point. And then there was second to third season in September, weekend of September, and he already had freaking broken off points, which I don't, you know, that's weird. And always, I think people are always like, they always get afraid when their deer leave too, you know what I mean? like they're like, oh, he's gone. He's not. It's been 2 weeks. He's gone. He's gone.
They're just expanding the
They're
range
just like,
from summer range.
yeah. You know, I mean, that one buck with the kickers I got, frickin' gone 2 weeks. Every time we would get him on camera, gone 2 weeks. But every time he was gone for those 2 weeks, he was on every different trail camera of mine. Either it was the corner of my property to the other corner to the 2 cams I got in the middle of my property, and then the 2 cameras I got by the field. Like, I guess a lot of people get scared of their deer leaving too. And definitely, definitely focus in for the early season of scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, scouting is like, that's how you're going to know if there's deer there or not. Is scouting. Right. Don't just go on scout that property once, because the deer can be in the field the one day. I've noticed, like, my property, when I've gone out there sometimes, there's deer not out there. Go out there the next day, there's frickin' tons of deer out in that field. You got all these bucks. Like, I filmed with me and my girlfriend, we frickin' filmed many different frickin' bucks. The bucks with the kicker I had, nice other 10-point we had, and just, like, watching where those deer come from, like, the different trails we have on our land, coming from the water source, then to the field, or from the food to the water, to the bedding, to the other food in the back. Like, it's just definitely research your property, walk around, figure out where they're bedding from hinge cut. I mean, always, if you got land, hinge cutting is...
It's a good way to make bedding.
Yeah, freaking amazing for your land. It's definitely hinge cut. I mean, even like pines too, like pine ridges, like ridges. Always find ridges too. I've always noticed, like ridges of swamps, deer love. At least on my property, I don't know. Like even when me and Gavin went out on some public at a property, we hunted the ridge of the swamp and went up to this field, and it was just freaking money, dude. Like we looked at deer track, and we've never even scouted this property last year too. We literally went in there, seen a bunch of deer tracks, sat at. We had freaking bucks coming in. Even the property that he shot his one buck at, literally never. I don't know. We went in there with high expectations. We sat there, seen a couple deer. He went back by himself the next day. There's freaking deer all over this alfalfa field. Went back the next day, boom, he gets it done. The deer that he shot.
90-inch 8-point.
Yeah, 90-inch 8-point.
Hey, but like we said, whatever your trophy is.
Yeah, whatever your trophy is, dude. Shoot whatever makes you happy. And that was, I'm going to be honest, that was probably one of the coolest hunts.
It was definitely...
Coolest hunts I've ever been on and ever experienced in my life.
And it, like we say about like your trophy hunting, whether... whatever it is, like I shot a doe fawn or, yearling fawn, whatever. It's not always about what you shoot. It's also about the story, like Gavin.
Like
we're not throwing any shade at him. I think it was the coolest story ever. And being able to watch the video and watch him crawl up on it and shoot it with the lighted knock. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to, maybe I'm wrong, but to do that again in like that same scenario, that's like once in a lifetime.
Yeah, very low.
I'm so happy for him and proud of him for doing that, because that took is a lot to be able to do that. But
you literally crouching through the alfalfa was tall too, and it was just him literally ripping his shoes off because it was too loud and just walking through it. And that buck just like all curious and just shoots it like, yeah, that was like, I don't want to say that was a dumb deer, but it was also a dumb deer. But it was also like by far the coolest shit I've ever seen. Excuse my profanity, but that was the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. By far the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm just having I don't even it just all happened so fast, and just like watching that deer run off, boom. And then literally the day after he shot that, all the alfalfa was gone.
Yeah.
Guy came and caught it. And it was like, definitely look for the food sources that early season. I definitely think if that food source wasn't there, we wouldn't have seen any deer. No. There would be no deer in there. Food source and water is my main my main part that I look at in a property for sure when it's the early season.
Yeah.
And putting your time in to scout it also, you know, like scouting is just a whole different level. That's what's going to help you definitely succeed
and
too.
Personally, knowing how much Bowden scouts, he's put in probably hundreds of hours scouting in the
Literally,
summertime.
so many miles, dude. So many miles just to friggin'.
And, you know, obviously it's time that you're, you know, you could be fishing, could be doing whatever you want. But, you know, it helps you be more successful when it comes time to get the job done.
And definitely set up those trail cameras too. Moving those trail cameras also help. Like don't be afraid to hunt. You know, a lot of people say don't hunt aggressively because if you hunt aggressively, you're gonna bump those deer out. I say hunt aggressively. Honestly, people can say their opinions. I watched the podcast of the hunting public say sometimes you just gotta hunt aggressively, and I did that this year. I hunted aggressively. I tried these different spots, sat behind my frickin' hunting shack about, I don't know, 40, 50 yards away in the corner, watched the field, watched my buck come out, said, okay, what can I do? Did some talking with some buddies. They said, go sit up in that tree. Your tree's going to be the best bet. I'm like, what? What did I do? Set up in that tree.
You shot
the next Sunday, shot that buck.
Yeah.
It's like, definitely hunt aggressively. Definitely take the time to, how do I say, like research, scout, walk around your property, put those trail cameras up. If you ain't getting a lot of deer, move it.
Right.
And
go
you know,
find
like,
them.
It's not like a lot of people, I think, say like, oh man, like I don't know where to put these trail cameras. Like I don't know where to like find these mature deer. That's the whole gamble, man. That's the whole part of it. You think these bigger influencers and YouTubers know where these deer are either? Absolutely not.
They put in a lot of time.
Absolutely not. They take their trail cameras, they move them around their property, they find, you know, do the research, leave it out for a couple weeks, see if they get anything good. If not, go to another spot that looks decent and they do it. It's definitely the science in finding big mature whitetail is you take the time, you scout, look for those, you know, food sources, oaks, frickin' fields, alfalfa. Even if you plant food plots are freaking amazing. Find those travel corridors, see where these deer are going, find the rubs, find the scrapes. I mean, it's all a gamble, dude.
And honestly, kind of because we're kind of ending off on the subject here, we kind of ran through it all. You guys can leave your comments and stuff of what you think, what you want us to talk about next.
And there's definitely way more we can
there's
about.
There's a lot more, obviously, in any subject we talk about. But just to give a basic rundown of what our thoughts are and stuff. But obviously, you know, we have some agreed points. Obviously, we have different points. We hunt in different areas. But kind of overall, generally, some of our points are early season, lots of scouting, going into season, finding your food and water sources, hunting those, travel corridors, going into rut, you know, finding those bedding areas, those travel corridors again, and going into late season, back into the food and bedding. So, I mean, it's all generally kind of the same each and every year, I would say. But yeah, as always.
And you know, deer are always different, so.
Right.
Never expect a deer to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Like luck, like sometimes you can get lucky, the deer does it over and over and over again. A lot of times the deer don't do it over and over and over again.
Right. But
sometimes you can catch that deer slip up.
Mm-hmm.
Which is our topic. Our topic's hard to touch base on too, because it's all a gamble. People got different opinions. There's way more we could probably discuss on about it. But I guess, yeah, find your, like I said for probably the 5th time, find your freaking travel corridors, scout your property, take the time. If you ain't gonna take the time, you ain't gonna shoot a big mature whitetail. I mean, you know, some people get lucky and they go out there and freaking shoot one, but if you guys are genuinely trying to grow a property, or I guess find the science of mature whitetail, you're gonna have to put in the time. You're gonna have to put in more time.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put in time to scout. You're gonna have to put in time to actually look around your property.
Lots of
Don't be
time.
lazy. Get up. Go outside. Enjoy the outdoors. That's why we're here. We freaking love the outdoors. We're trying to help the people, trying to help the younger generation, trying to step up and be better in this hunting industry.
That's right.
Trying to make it. This is what we like to do. We like to talk about hunting. So like I said, for the millionth time, take the time to scout. Take the time to check where those deer are.
Just
sell cameras, put them out, and then frickin' find the resources, food source, water source, scrapes, rubs.
Basically, what he's trying to say is just take the time to get outside and scout your property. And everything takes time. Sitting takes time to kill a deer. Scouting, everything takes time.
Hunt aggressively. I don't care what people say. People are going to be like, yo, you can't hunt aggressively. You're going to chase all your deer out.
You don't care.
Hunt aggressively, dude. You ain't going to shoot a deer if you ain't hunting aggressively, man. Go out there, try some different spots. Don't sit the same stand all year. I'm not saying you won't shoot one in the same stand all year, but
gotta switch it up.
You're going to learn more if you sit in a freaking cedar swamp, dude. I could care less. You could freaking shoot one in the cedar swamp. Sit in the cedar swamps, in the field edge. Sit in your freaking gun blind, gun stand. Hunt aggressively, people. That's my observation. Hunt aggressively.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say no.
Hunt aggressively.
I don't care. Hunt aggressively.
Said Bowden.
If that deer's 90 yards, shoot it with a ball. No, I'm just playing.
But yeah, I feel like it's a good way to end her off. As always, thank you to our sponsors, Bill at Antlers Archery, great guy, sets up our bows, lets us come shoot.
Freaking awesome dude, hooks me up with these arrows.
If you want to go in there and shoot.
If you guys are ever in Weston, Wisconsin, definitely go out. You got to look at his hours first, though. He just changed his hours.
Yeah, he changes his hours a lot. But if you go in there, tell him Bowden and Sawyer sent you, or Blazin Pursuits sent you.
Definitely get your bow tuned from him. Show him some love and support, dude. Definitely go shoot his 3D archery range.
It's a great range.
Cool.
And if you guys are in the area, I don't know, it might be too late, but he does have a 3D archery league. Might be too late to enter, but
starting this week, I think, actually.
Yeah,
usually he has a 3D archery shoot league thing, just for fun, no actual competition.
And it's not
2 teams.
It's 2 people per team, 1 arrow each. Take the best arrow. And it's no target, it's no tack bows, it's all hunting bows, people that hunt. It's kind of like a beer league, if you want to call it that. He's
got a cool little bar in the back. They cook up food, beer, drinks, and whatever else. It's just it's a freaking awesome time.
Yeah, and then obviously, thank you to Justin and Aaron for supporting us.
Yeah, Justin and Aaron are the people that are getting us into this more. Shouting out our name, dude.
They're really supporting us a lot, and we really appreciate you guys.
Aaron wrote us this.
Right here.
Boom.
And obviously, code Bowden10 if you want to get a skull mount done for 10% off.
Yes.
And
they do everything.
Check out their work on Facebook. I know they post a lot on there. You can see their work.
You can definitely check them out on TikTok. I'll put the thing in the description or in the video. I'll just put the deer skull guy.
Yeah, it was TikTok viral at one point.
Yeah, they were like TikTok famous. But, catch up with work. You got a lot of work to get done. If you guys are ever in Wisconsin, I don't care where you could be in Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois. Doesn't matter. If you guys want a great job on your skulls, go to Team Smackdown, located in Merrill, Wisconsin.
Merrill and Medford.
Yeah, they got like 2 locations.
Yep.
I know their main
one is in Merrill, but their secondary location is
like a drop-off location is in Medford. They do freaking, I don't even know. They do like 5,000 heads a year. Freaking awesome people.
Yeah, and they also can do hydro dipping and stuff.
They also do hydro dipping. They do like, what is that? Spray. They spray the paint. It's not spray paint. What do you call it? Airbrush. The airbrush.
Oh, yeah.
They do some freaking cool stuff.
Yep.
They got a freaking cool golden alligator on there.
Mm-hmm.
Many cool things. They literally do it for a living.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. They do it for a living. They're good at their job. They know what they're doing. We're hopefully going to have them on the podcast one day. We got to figure out this freaking mic situation, though.
Yeah, we only got 2 mics.
We got these little freaking DJI mics. If you guys film podcasts or even do podcasts, let us know. And do you guys think we should do a table in here with chairs, more mics, or do you guys think we should just leave it? I know some people like this setup.
This is just chill, yeah. But
and if you guys if there's any more people, we're trying to get more sponsors to help us out more.
Maybe we have to start emailing more people, but
I mean, it would be cool to have Sitka one day, but Nomad did feature me on one of their Whitetail Wednesdays, so
yeah,
might have to stick with the Nomad. They're showing the love and support, dude.
yeah.
They liking it.
But
Latitude, hit us up too.
yeah, Latitude. I'd mess
Matthews Bows. I don't even care if any bow brand that wants to sponsor me or us.
Shoot
I'll
them.
hand up the Matthews. I'll hang it up. If it's Hoyt, wants to, I'm a Matthews guy. Okay, we're Matthews guys.
HHA. If we get that
HHA, Wisconsin Rapids.
Yep.
Come on, hit us up. Dialed. I don't care. Help the new generation of the
help the small
hunting podcast or the
help the small creators out. Let us get big. We'll show you what we're made of.
working class.
We have drive. That's what drives us. We got a lot of drive.
We got motivation. 2026 is going to be the year. An Iowa Deer Classic. If you guys see us at Iowa Deer Classic,
Yeah, we'll be wearing.
Feel free to get a picture with us.
Yeah, we'll be wearing our Blazin Pursuits hoodies, so you'll be able to see us
in the Wisconsin Open Season Expo in Wisconsin.
Dells?
Wisconsin Dells. Yeah, Wisconsin Dells. Kalahari. If you guys see us there, come up, take a picture with us. We'll sign some stuff. We are not big enough to even have a booth, so.
But
one day, hopefully.
We will be doing interviews and stuff, hopefully, with people at the Iowa Deer Classic and at the Wisconsin one.
Yeah, we're going to bring the mics along. We're going to frickin' interview you, maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe, yeah, if you want to, like, come up, get a little speech from us.
Get you on camera.
Get you on camera. We're bringing the camera along, too. Going to enjoy the journey of the Blazin Pursuits. Happiness is Hunting crew.
That's right.
And we're looking to have more people on. I mean, that's kind of our goal. We want to, we want
to branch out, because
branch out, bring more people on.
Right, just having us kind of gets boring after a while. It's be good to have some new faces on here, get some new opinions, because obviously Bode and I, we all have our opinions, but having just us two, it'd be nice to have more people.
Yeah, we need to figure out this freaking mic situation though.
Yeah,
dang, dude. Like I don't even, and honestly, all these podcasts are filmed right on my iPhone, so. Just because the iPhone mounts right on my light, so.
Yeah, well, now you guys know.
Yeah, now you guys know. You guys ain't got to have fancy stuff to get into this stuff.
Right. But as always, thank you guys very much, viewers, sponsors, everyone. And we'll catch you next week on Monday with another podcast.
Let us know what you guys want to hear, though.
Yep.
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
I know some guy said we're the best duo. I mean, hey.
W man.
W's, whoever you are. I forgot the name. I know you had a Fortnite profile pic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, no hate. No hate.
Fortnite's your game, bro. Fortnite's your game. I like the outdoors, so I'm always outside.
Yeah, me too. I'm touching grass.
Yeah, some. I guess whatever your gig is, man. Whatever your gig is. No hate. I'm trying to keep her cool right now. Once we're on the Working Class Bow Hunter podcast, then you'll probably see our true colors. Maybe. Maybe see us curse more on that one.
Yeah.
Try to keep it family friendly, but
as always, we will happiness
is hunting. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you for everyone that was listening on Spotify. Thank you to the people that listen to us on YouTube.
And we will see you next Monday with our next episode.
And definitely comment to let us know what the heck you guys want to see. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that freaking subscribe button. We're trying to get more subscribers. We're trying to get freaking 1,000.
Yeah. Hopefully 1,000 by end of 2026.
And once we hit 1,000 followers on YouTube or subscribers and a bunch more followers on Spotify, I'll shave my head, dye it blonde with tiger prints, tiger marks. We'll put it on. We'll put the bet on. If we hit 1,000 subs, I'll buzz my hair, bleach it like Eminem, and then we'll frickin' do some tiger
We'll do it
prints.
together. Us two will both do it.
And I really baby my mustache right now. I've always babied my mustache. I had the curls going for a little bit. I'll even shave my mustache off. I'm trying to grow the beard out right now. I think she's a little patchy, but I'll shave the whole thing.
Oh, man.
But anywho, thanks for tuning in to this week's podcast. If you guys want us to drop some hoodies and some hats. I know some people want us to drop some hoodies and some hats. If you guys want us to drop those, we will make a website. We're in the works of making a website.
Yeah,
right
where
now.
where you can get your order and set it up, and then maybe even set up shipping to you guys. Or if it's people we know, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But
and then we'll have to set up a pay thing. But anywho, if you guys want hoodies, hats, let us know. Sponsors, people that are watching us, we will take anything, literally anything. Hoyt, you want to sponsor? Matthew, you want to sponsor us? Freaking Dial, you want to arch? I don't care who sponsors us, as long as you guys show us the love and support of the next generation getting out in the hunting industry, filming.
yeah.
But anywho, thanks again for tuning into this week's podcast. We'll catch you guys
On the next one.
Remember, happiness is hunting. Peace out, guys.
See you guys.